So with the new progression update finally out for Battlefront 2, it not only introduced the progression we all waited months to finally see in the game, but also a lot of new bugs along with it. Today I'm going to be going through 5 things that need fixing in Battlefront 2. Some of these are really annoying, so I'm going to talk about them in this video and then we can discuss it further in the comments section. I'm going to leave lag off the list because I know if I include it, every single comment is just going to be telling me how bad my internet is when that's really not the case. So without further ado, let's get into the list. I'm going to start off with the most obvious one, and that is the slow heroes. I don't quite understand how this got into the game, how it wasn't noticed beforehand, but it is very irritating, and this is for all blaster heroes and Palpatine as well. Especially with most of the lightsaber heroes being faster than the blaster heroes to begin with anyway, this makes it even harder for those blaster heroes to escape the lightsaber ones. I'm dying so much, especially on Galactic Assault lately as blaster heroes when I choose them, because once an enemy finds you, you're not going to escape them as easily with this speed. So hopefully the slow heroes will be fixed ASAP. Moving on to hero balancing, which isn't exactly a bug, I know that, it's just balancing, but it really needs tweaking a bit. This is something I've been moaning about for months now. In fact, I personally feel like the heroes were most balanced at launch. I know we had the issues with Chewbacca being very overpowered and also the Emperor, who still is quite overpowered indeed, but I preferred that because the heroes actually stood a bit of a chance with an overpowered Chewbacca. Right now the villains dominate, especially in HVV. Luke Skywalker is absolutely dreadful in this game. I don't know what the issue is, why they can't buff him. I think they've buffed his speed a few times and the amount of health he can regenerate, but he has been given no damage buff whatsoever. Heroes like Leia and Finn just feel so useless now against the villains. I wouldn't say the way to go with this is nerfing the villains, because I think they work fine. The problem here is that the heroes just aren't good enough, especially Luke, who I can't stress, he just isn't good enough. Something really needs to be done with him because he's been like this since launch. But let's move on to the collection screen not loading. I don't know what went wrong here, it might have been something when they were tweaking the progression, it's just not working properly, but sometimes I wait a good minute at least for my collection screen to load, when before the update it just used to load instantly. While I'm waiting for games to load in Battlefront 2, I always like to browse my collection, maybe upgrade a few things, stuff like that, but you really can't do that at the moment because of how long this takes. Pretty simple one here, the collection menu just needs to load instantly like it has since November up until the progression update. Now this is one I see everyone talking about at the moment, and that is Jetpack Cargo. A game mode I don't personally like, but that doesn't mean that other people don't like it obviously, and I want people to enjoy Jetpack Cargo as much as possible. However, without a timer, they can't really do that. Now I had to play this game mode for the Hofskin Leia challenge, and honestly those Bespin games were horrendous, they went on for ages sometimes. Jetpack Cargo needs some sort of timer, there is no limit on it at the moment. I even heard people saying that on Bespin, games were taking up to an hour to finish. Maybe adding a timer to Jetpack Cargo will make players like me enjoy it a bit more, because one of the biggest things I don't like about this mode is how long it goes on for most of the time. Some different maps for it wouldn't go amiss as well, but let's move on to the final point here, which is the black screen when you enter certain vehicles. I've been getting this a lot on streams lately, there's some footage on screen right now from my stream the other day, and I've noticed this happens a lot on Camino. I've actually not experienced it on any other map so far, I don't know if anyone else has, let me know in the comments, but even if it's just on Camino, it still needs to be fixed. I wanted to fly around the skies on Camino, get a few strafe runs in, but all I could see I think was my abilities, my health I believe, and then just a black screen in the background, which wasn't very helpful. So there's no point of going into the skies on Camino unless this is fixed, because you're not going to be able to see anything. Something like this should be very easily fixed I think, and the sooner the better really with it. And why not, I'll add on a quick bonus point at the end here for Maul's saber throw. I think this is very similar to the hero topics I've already discussed in this video, but as it stands, Darth Maul, one of the most balanced heroes, if not the most balanced hero in Battlefront 2, basically his saber throw doesn't do any damage anymore. But there are my points everyone, let me know if you've experienced any other bugs or glitches yourself in the comments section. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.